So here we have the 2013 Z4. So the vehicle presents well. You know, as far as workmanship, I didn't see any big issues, but I still need to do the complete analysis when I get back to the office. But looks decent. The only thing I did notice when I come up to the right front bumper area, you can see here, just to the headlamp right here, you can see where the clips are. They're not engaged right here, so the panel's actually kind of loose. The headlamp assembly looks new and looks like it is a factory part. So I was actually surprised. I typically see aftermarket parts, so it's kind of nice to see. Washer fluid was low, but speaking of the washer fluid, when I tested the wipers, there was no water coming out. So the washer jets, although I can hear the motor, no fluid is coming out. I've already checked the fluid. That's topped off pretty well. Got to look here in the engine bay area to check for any dents. Also check for wire damage. You know, rodents like to get in here and chomp away. So nothing obvious has got my attention. Obviously, I can't tear the motor apart to see everything, but just from my visual point of view, it seems to be okay. Engine is quiet. Again, it's been idling for about 10-15 minutes. Brake fluid is topped off. A little high, but it's got some, and the fluid does look good. So there we can see the steering coupler there, and we're right next to the alternator and the pulleys, and again, it sounds well. So looking pretty good there. This is nice and firm. I checked the panel on the other side. It looks good as well. Hood was in good shape. Didn't see any immediate dents on there or scratches or what have you. So that's good. The kidney grills were in good shape, but I made sure that they weren't loose. We can see the lights that are on. I still need to check all the lights. Rims and tires look good. Manufacturing date on the tires, I think it was 14 and 2015, so I always check that. I always like to get a little shot of the brakes as well. You see there's plenty of brake pad there, and tires look pretty good. Side, as far as cosmetically, just some minor little scuff marks here on the mirror and here on the quarter. I think there might be a couple that I got on the camera. Windshield looks good. Got a good shot of the VIN number there. Okay. Back rim looks good. Let's see if we can see that rear brake pad. So still plenty of brake pad on there as well. Just going here to the back. I've already checked the trunk. It's in good shape. Looked underneath there. Looks good. It all looks like it's in order. Okay. Now there's a small dent here. I don't know if it'll pick it up, but it's a tiny one right there on the edge. You really can't see it. It's just, this is what I do all day long, so I notice stuff like that. A couple little scuff marks on the bumper there. The paint, there's some water spots here. I think something like this, maybe a professional detailer could probably bring out the color a little better. We got the rear tires and rims, again, in good shape. I already got the shot of the brakes. They're pretty much the same. Little scuff mark there. Scuff marks there on the door. Check the mirror assembly. That's nice and tight. And then also this area again. This is where I saw the photos where this panel has been completely damaged, and the front bumper area. Windshield, I think I already mentioned, looked pretty good. Not really no rock chips or no major cracks there, so that's good. Just going to take a look at the interior. Okay. Door is closed nice and solid, and it's flush with the adjacent panels, so that's good. Door panel was in good shape. I've already tested the windows. Didn't make any excessive noise. Those work. I've already checked the outside mirrors. Those work. The seats work. I've already moved them forward, backwards, tilted. That's all good there. You can see a little bit of wear there on the upper bolster area. Okay. All right. We've got the sun visors all in good shape. I've checked all that stuff there. Dash, didn't see any cracks. Wood looks good. I've already tested the here's the windshield wipers. So as you can see, you can hear, oh, there they go. Just needed a little persuasion. Good. So I'm glad I tested them again. So those are working. So we'll scratch off washer jets. Horn is working. I still need to road test it. Mileage is 44,065 on the odometer. Air conditioning is blowing cold, and I don't see any scratches or scuffs on the wood trim. The factory cup holders are in place, and let's take a look at this area here, and the little storage compartment area is in good shape. Again, I've tested the radio as well. I've also gone through all the settings. It doesn't look like it needs any service. Brakes are good. and free of any warning lights. I checked the navigation, and I paired my phone as well, just to make sure that that works, because I know that's really important nowadays. Here on the passenger side, door was in good shape, just some minor little scuff marks there, but didn't hear any excessive noises coming from the motor. Seat in great shape, well, other than this little scuff mark there. See that? The back looked well as well. Here's the dash. Again, from this angle, it looks pretty good. And the top operation, it works well. It's just a little noisy. I think it's on the final close, so we're gonna run it here with the video on. Stand by here. So we'll count the seconds in our head. All right, that final clunk seemed a little noisier than from what I remember, but just keep that in mind. If there's another Z4 around in your area, you want to check that out, make sure that sounds normal. I would check that as well. Oh, one last thing here with the iDrive control. So everything works well, buttons push in and out. This menu button here, it feels a little sticky.
It's a better time than ever.
They may have spilled some, like a soda or coffee or something like that. So these all feel normal. This one here, it just has a terrible feel to it. It's sticking. So it still works, but you know, if you get old in this car for a long time, it'll grow on you. So you might figure out you know, these can be repaired. I know at the dealership when I was working there, they were just replaced, and I know they were expensive, but it still works. Parking brake works as well. And I've already checked the underside, but I won't be able to comment on that until I actually get that on the monitor, so where I can look at them with plenty of lights. Yeah, other than that, everything else looks good, and I'll continue on with the inspection.